Player One Gaming here, back with another Big Ten football prediction. Today, the Penn State Nittany Lions. I've done 4 other teams in the Big Ten: Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State, and Rutgers. I'll leave a link in the description to that playlist, so you guys can watch those if you haven't and you're interested. Today, I'm doing Penn State. I'm trying to churn out all these videos before I start. Before the start of the season for Big Ten play, which is on, what day does it start? It starts on August 29th, Friday, August 29th, with the Minnesota game. So today I'm going to be starting Penn State's because I promised it in the Ohio State prediction video, and I never did it. I ended up doing Rutgers instead. So here's Penn State. Their first game against Idaho. Idaho, why is this on the schedule? Idaho, win. Buffalo, win. Easy wins here. Pittsburgh, this one could be dangerous. I really don't think so for Penn State. They destroyed Pittsburgh last year, 51-6. So I'm going to give them the win here. I don't think it'll be a 51-6 win for Penn State. I don't think it'll be that big of a win. I mean, it could be, but I don't think it will be. It'll be a little bit closer this time around, a little bit less scoring for Penn State. But Penn State wins here still, nonetheless. So then you start out 3-0, and you go through your bye week, getting your non-conference games out of the way, and starting up again against at Maryland in conference play at 8 p.m. People think Maryland is going to be a dark horse to win the Big Ten or get to the Big Ten championship. I don't see it. I don't know why people think that. It's not happening. Maryland is 5-6 win team, in my opinion. I haven't done a Maryland prediction video, but I will at some point. Maryland, win. It's at Maryland. I don't think it'll matter too much. Now, I forgot to mention, Penn State, I shouldn't say that they're rebuilding this year, but they do lose Trace McSorley. They lose Miles Sanders, their running back. But I don't think it's really necessarily a rebuild year for Penn State. They don't really do that. Penn State doesn't really rebuild. They kind of just have a good season every year, you know. 2018 was not necessarily like a fantastic year, and it looked bad by some of the games that they had, but especially against Michigan, that was actually their worst loss, but they still won 9 games. But yeah, I don't think it'll be. I think it'll be another typical Penn State year. But you guys will start out 4-0, 1-0 in the Big Ten. Purdue, this is your homecoming game. Now, I would say that Purdue could surprise you guys like they did with Ohio State, but the difference between those two is Purdue is that was last year. 1, that was last year. 2, that was at Purdue, you know, and 3, this is your homecoming game, and you don't usually see that a whole lot. The homecoming team losing. I'm giving you guys the win here. I would say you win pretty good here. At Iowa, this is also dangerous, especially if this is given becoming a night game. If this is a night game, which hasn't been announced yet, it's going to be especially dangerous. I don't know what it is. It seems like night games at Iowa are always really difficult, no matter who you are. I mean, you take 2016, for example, when they beat the undefeated Michigan team by 1 point. So, I mean, Iowa's just hard to beat when they're at home. Iowa's always dangerous. Definitely this year, they're definitely a contender for the Big Ten championship and the West Side. They could definitely be going to the Big Ten championship against whoever they play. uh, which could really be any team at this point. Not any team, I shouldn't say that. 3 or 4 teams in the Big Ten who could be battling it out. Iowa, though, I'm going to give you guys your first loss here because Iowa's a dangerous team. I like their team. I think they're definitely a 10-win team this year. So they're very dangerous. I'm going to give you guys your first loss here. Michigan. I would sound like an idiot if I said that you guys were going to beat Michigan, because in my Michigan prediction video I had you guys losing. Now that could change, especially considering this is a home game and most likely it will be your night game, your whiteout game, which definitely makes it a lot harder for your opponent. But for now, I'm giving the edge to Michigan. And yes, I am a Michigan fan. Before anybody complains about it, I am a Michigan fan, and it's not favoritism. I don't do that. I'm just going off of what I see and what I read and online from ESPN and other sports websites that are credible, and basically just from the studying I do. Michigan's going to be a very good team this year. A top 10 team. A lot of people think they're a playoff team. I don't know about that, but you guys are going to lose here. I think it'll be very close. You'll have your second loss, and your second loss in a row. You'll be 2-2 in the Big Ten. But you'll rebound at Michigan State. I made my Michigan State prediction video, and I had you guys winning. So I'm going to... I'm not changing that. You guys win here against Michigan State. It's at Michigan State. I don't think it really matters that much. I think it'll be close because Michigan State will be a very good team this year. I think definitely Michigan State can definitely beat you guys. But I'm going to give you guys the win here, even though it could be pointing the other direction come the season. Because I think Michigan State, despite what I had them going in my prediction video for them, I think they could definitely do better than what I had them going. But I have you guys winning here and rebounding. And you have your another bye week. It's just the second bye week. Everybody has it in the league this year. It'll be back to one bye week next year. Minnesota, at Minnesota. Win. Minnesota, it's like Maryland. They're like a 5-6 win team. Some people are also high on Minnesota. I don't understand it. Minnesota is not anywhere near. They're definitely not a bottom of the barrel team by any means, but they're near it. So I got you guys winning pretty easily here, even though you never know with these teams, like Purdue, Minnesota. You never know with Purdue and Minnesota, or even Maryland. They could, or Indiana, Nebraska. They could surprise you. They usually, every one of these powerhouse juggernaut teams usually gets at least one loss to a team they shouldn't lose to. And Penn State, I haven't gotten to that game yet. Minnesota could be one. I don't think so. Win. Indiana, I guess this could be another team. Teams like Indiana, Maryland, Purdue, Minnesota, they're all the same teams. All easily 5-6 win teams, maybe 7. Indiana has not been relevant in a very long time. I don't think they've ever been relevant, to be honest with you. In football, at least. Basketball's a different story. Indiana, 5-6 win team. I'd be shocked if they won 7 games. Definitely not going to be a contender for anything this year. They're going to be contending for a bowl game. That's what they're going to hope. That's their hope. They make a bowl game. And like one of those bowl games that doesn't even matter. Like what a 6-win team gets. Indiana's going to be there. Or at least they're going to hope that they're there. They could stay out of there too. Indiana, though, not really high in Indiana. I don't think anybody is. Win here. Easy. It's at home. Ohio State, at Ohio State. You guys had them last year. Good Lord, you had them last year. I don't know what happened to you guys. I watched that game in disappointment because, I'm a Michigan fan. I don't really like Penn State, but I'm honest, I hate Ohio State way more. And that makes sense. I wanted you guys to win so badly because, especially considering if you guys beat them, it would have been Michigan in the Big Ten championship. They wouldn't have deserved it, but they would have been in because they would have had that second loss, the first being Purdue, and that would have been that would have helped. That would have helped. I'm gonna go with you guys losing here though, because Ohio State. I did my Ohio State prediction video, and I had them beating you guys in a close one. So you guys get your third loss here. That's the final game before Rutgers. Rutgers, nothing team. I already did my Rutgers video. You guys know how I feel about Rutgers. They lose here big. You guys get a big win here to end the season. So that means you guys go, what did I have, 9-3? Losing to Iowa, Michigan, and Ohio State. I think that's, I like that. I like that prediction. Let me guys know, let me know, you guys, if what you think Penn State's going to go this year. I can't even speak, man. I'm going to be turning out the rest of these Big Ten prediction videos. Once again, I have a playlist in the description for all the Big Ten teams, and if you also look in my sports playlist, you'll find a Notre Dame prediction video because I did them as well. I also do NFL. I've done the New England Patriots. I think that's all I've done so far, which will also be in the sports playlist. But you guys will find the Big Ten prediction playlist in the description. You can find the sports playlist in my on the YouTube page, on the home page. Just scroll down, it'll be right there. But that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next prediction video. I don't know who I'm going to do next, but we'll see. See you guys later.